With pop singles like Spaceman by Fitz, full space-themed albums by Coldplay, Doja Cat, and Nick Jonas, and even YouTubers like Huang devoting their entire brand to extraterrestrial storytelling, there's no doubt that some of our favorite artists are spending an awful lot of time thinking about space. But why is that? And how did this renaissance of space-related music sneak its way into our everyday lives? Well, in this video, I'll talk about the top 5 reasons we are seeing this trend and help identify what led to this space craze. And hey, if you're new to this channel, I would encourage you to please subscribe for even more fun music-related topics like this. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so starting off with our first reason, there is no doubt that the songs we hear every day are often reflections of our current events and pop culture. The things we hear on the news or see in the latest fantasy films often play a role in influencing other aspects of our lives, including songwriting. With SpaceX revolutionizing space travel, Jeff Bezos getting his own personal trip to the stars, and even franchises like the Marvel Cinematic Universe turning to space for inspiration, there's no doubt that this has an effect on influencing songwriting. And it's because of this increase in space culture that the topic becomes somewhat commonplace in our everyday lives. Although today, a film about a multiverse of Spider-Man characters fits really well, just 10 years ago, something like this might have been seen as a little too out there. So it's kind of cool to see this culture shifting and for other people to embrace aliens and other worlds and just different universes in general. And this brings me to my second reason. Talk of space, aliens, and overall interest in what is out there beyond our planet is pretty much accepted in everyday conversation. Not only is pop culture influencing our music, but people are more open to the idea of listening to this kind of music. Whereas before, caring about something like what space mission will come next or whether or not we'll ever colonize Mars was nerdy, being a space geek today is kinda cool. And this is evident in the rise of popular space personalities like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Emily Calandrelli. In general, people love to talk about space and fantasize about the unknown. What is dark matter? What was the universe like billions of years ago? Space is interesting, and the general population is definitely becoming more curious about the topic. And now on to point number 3. Not only is the general public talking about space, but it seems that more and more artists are becoming more vocal about their personal experiences and interests in the topic. Of course, there's Tom DeLonge, who's been leading lots of conversations around UFOs, artists like Lady Gaga and Katy Perry who've expressed their interest in launching into space, and even Demi Lovato, who's recently talked about the contact she's made with extraterrestrial beings through meditation. Now, with Lovato's being probably the most extreme example, there's at least no doubt that these beliefs are stirring the thoughts and conversations of fellow artists, perhaps allowing for others to come out as believers or just fellow space geeks. And now on to the fourth reason. Space itself is vast and expansive, and so is the canvas for creatives to write about it. Space is unknown, it's mysterious, potentially even has other life out there, and the ideas and themes to write about are endless. So in this sense, space is the perfect conversation piece to talk about in music. The imagination can just run wild with all the possibilities. Not only that, but space allows for us to put new perspectives on everyday beliefs. As Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, said just before releasing an alien-themed music video, I think that we are able to imagine alien worlds as a way of saying what we think about life on Earth. It's safer to say it about aliens than it is to say about humans, but really it's one big allegory. And personally, I just love this quote because it demonstrates how space is somewhat flexible to storytelling. It's because of how unknown space is that we're allowed to suspend disbelief, reflect our own personal experiences, and still make it into something that's new but relatable. Like I said, the canvas is just so expansive, and I think it just really makes for the perfect topic for creatives to really express themselves. And now on to the final point. In the unpredictable, difficult last year and a half this world has seen, I think we all kind of just need a break from it all. And honestly, what better way to distance ourselves from our troubles than to escape into the wonders of space? And after listening to Coldplay's recent space-themed single Coloratura, it's easy to see how it's possible to kind of just float into outer space, leaving all our problems behind. Even if it's just for a moment. At least we're all given this opportunity to take a journey with our favorite artists and embark on the wild extraterrestrial adventures with them anytime we press play. And that, my friends, concludes this conversation on why so many artists have recently been looking to the stars for inspiration. Now, if you found this video interesting at all, I would encourage you to please subscribe and leave a comment below letting me know your thoughts on the topic or if you have any ideas for another video like this. And of course, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.